Hello viewers, my name is Sheila Amtabis and welcome to lesson 4 in our series of 5 video learning programs for learners of English as a second language on advanced subsidiary level. In this lesson, we are going to show you how to write a speech. We have chosen this topic because we have seen many learners struggling to apply the correct conventions to write a well-structured speech. Our learning outcome for today is to help you use the appropriate grammar rules and formats to write speeches. You will find this topic on page 5 of your syllabus. Now, please watch this short speech with us.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you could go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen, no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up no matter what.
Wow, that was such a great speech, wasn't it? I mean, we can be inspired by even just a 30-second speech. That's how cool speech writing is. But back to the classroom where our objective is less glamorous. Well, speech writing is one of the skills you have to show in assignments and exams for this year. But I do promise that you will also find it indeed a useful skill to use in your future. We should therefore make sure you master speech writing once and for all. And you are at the right place for that. Let's begin. Now, there are specific features to keep in mind when writing a speech. These are to begin by greeting and thanking the audience for their presence. Introduce yourself and state the purpose of the speech. Give your personal opinion about the topic and back it up with relevant and proven facts. Remember, in the exams, you may get a text of about 400 words to read. Then write your speech based on the text or in response to it. In general, throughout the speech, remember, keep the language formal, but deliver it in a friendly tone. Don't sound as though you are angry at the audience. Make sure the vocabulary you use is advanced and suitable for the advanced AS level where you are. Yet, messages should be clear to the audience. In the body of the speech, remember to divide ideas into different paragraphs, each of which you develop fully. Your speech should have a concluding paragraph in which you emphasize your point or give the audience your final advice. Now, how do you go about writing your speech? Well, I hope the first thing that you thought about was the question, what? Perhaps you were wondering what the speech will be about. That is the very first thing to think about and to keep in mind throughout as you are writing the speech. You have to stick to the topic. In the exams, you will get a text to read, then write your speech for a specific purpose and audience based on the text or in response to it. This is called guided writing. Your assignment or exam question could look like this. Write a speech to deliver to your fellow grade 12 learners who are about to start their final examination. Inform them that they will now all have free access to Namibian universities of their choice. Write between 220 to 260 words. This is an informative speech in this case. You are to inform them about the new development. Again, in the exam or for an assignment, you will be given a text to read, around which to write your speech. So, for this speech, the topic is obviously something like this: free admission to Namibian universities. Once you understand what the speech is about and have written down your topic, when writing your speech, you will remember that there should be an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Won't you? Let's develop the speech together. Firstly, you greet the audience and thank them for their presence. You could say, "Good morning, fellow senior learners of Eldorado High School. Thank you for being here this morning. Now, introduce yourself and state the purpose of the speech." It's time to get straight to the point, and you should do this by writing down a really good hook as part of your introductory paragraph. Make sure your audience has no choice but to listen attentively. For example, you could say, "I am Sheila Amkabes, and today I would like to inform you about a recent announcement by our government. That is indeed great news to us all. Free admission to Namibian universities from now on for Namibian school leavers." A hook like this one will catch their attention because after grade 12, all of them would have the opportunity to go to university. Your introductory paragraph should thus focus their eager attention on your speech. Now, you continue writing the rest of the message, which will form the body of your speech. Divide the body of the speech into different paragraphs, each developing a different idea. You could use ideas like, "For the first time in 32 years, the youth can reap real benefits of freedom in Namibia. This is becoming a reality with the promulgation in the National Gazette this week of a new amendment in the Education Act of Namibia. Our elders have finally realized the necessity of investing in the young people's education and how amazing. We can now all go to university after grade 12. Remember to keep the language formal but friendly. Use advanced vocabulary but keep the message clear. Once you have exhausted everything you wanted to bring across to your audience, write your concluding paragraph. In the concluding paragraph, give an overall view on the topic of the speech. Remember to leave your audience on a constructive note. You could, for example, appeal to your fellow learners to apply for admission to the university without delay, since the lack of money is no longer a factor. You could conclude by saying, "Dear grade 12 learners, this is the opportunity for us to pursue our dreams. I urge all of you to work very hard to pass and apply for admission to a university in Namibia. Do not let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Should anyone be struggling to complete the application forms, please approach Ms. Nyala for assistance because she has kindly offered to help. I thank you." Dear learners, can I assume that you now have reason to be more confident about speech writing? We look forward to seeing your creative speeches written in the correct format, using the right conventions, and applying advanced language. Let's recap what we have discussed in this lesson. We have learned that it is important to give a suitable and catchy title or topic for the speech. Make sure that your speech has an introduction, body, and conclusion. The specific features of a speech must include greeting the audience and thanking them for their presence. Provide a hook in your introductory paragraph to claim their attention. Stating your opinion of the topic. Remember, in the exams, you will get a text of about 400 words to read. Then write in response to it. Keep the language formal, using good grammar. Remember to divide the ideas into different paragraphs, which you develop fully. Finally, write a concluding paragraph in which you give the overall view on the topic of discussion. And now you know how to write a speech. Not that hard, hey? This concludes our lesson for today. I'll see you again for lesson 5. Please join me then. Until then, bye.